What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of November 2nd through the 8th of 2020. Hope you had a great Halloween. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're doing outstanding. Appreciate you being here. We got a lot coming next weekend. Crazy kind of energy for that third quarter square of the moon. Lots of weird stuff going on. But, there's stuff in between. And I would say the main story is Mercury stationing direct in your 10th house of Libra. And it's going to be squaring Saturn in your first house. So Mercury Retrograde, it started that in your 11th house. So you've been internalizing, I would say, what you, how you want to innovate and break away from any sort of society. And now you're kind of back in, like, internalizing what parts of the structure, what parts of the long-term goals do you want to change or, I would say, express so that you can make these innovative changes in your life. And that's a big deal. And that's sun in your 11th house too right now. Like, it wants to kind of figure out how to individuate and break free. And I think that it's about communicating that. And with the square to Saturn, it's about being responsible for the future you want to create for yourself, and making sure that your plans and your goals align, and that you're doing it from a place that feels right within yourself. And that's going to make all the difference in the world. And you don't want to block yourself from your own desires here. So that's a big deal. Venus in your 10th house also is trying to, it feels good when you're hitting your goals right now, and it's good. And, you want to be seen, and you want to shine, and you want to make things happen. Well, that Venus is going to be coming off the opposition to Chiron, but it's going to oppose the midpoint of Chiron and Mars retrograde as Mars starts to station here. And then at the end of the week, it's going to really oppose Mars. So there is this tug of war between, making sure that the future aligns with your deep security and your deep emotions. And I would say making sure that you're taking action for what feels good for yourself internally. And that's a big deal. And that's going to help you individuate. And that's going to help you innovate even to the future that you want to go to with the people that you want to connect with. And that's very important. And, there needs to be a balance there, for whether it's work or career or goals in life, to making sure that you're taking care and nurturing yourself. Very important. That moon is going to end up on top of the North Node Rahu at the beginning of the week, and it's going to, square Neptune. So the beginning of the week can feel a little, I would say, illusioned about your mind and what you want to communicate and express, and even when it comes down to the reality and the daily routines, like making sure that you're able to, analyze the steps that you need to take to get towards the goals in life, and to make sure that you're taking the steps every day to take care of yourself, and to be pure with these actions and these emotions. And then that moon's going to come into Cancer in your 7th house, and it's going to oppose all the Capricorn energy. So I would say there's this balance between making sure that, whether it's relationships, friendships, or just other people in general, that there's a balance between how much energy you give other people and how much energy you give yourself, and making sure that, I would say that's the big thing, is to, give yourself emotionally, but make sure you're giving yourself the emotions that you need too. Very important. So don't give all of your emotions to someone else. Make sure that there's a good balance there. And then it gets really wild when the moon comes into Leo this weekend for the third quarter square of the sun in your 11th house, because this is definitely dealing with you breaking away and doing things your own way, connecting with people that are doing it their way as well, that vibes with you. And it is transmuting that energy. I think that moon in the 8th house needs to let go of anything that isn't taking it further and helping it evolve. And it gets weird there because, well, the sun is going to be quincunx Mars retrograde. It's going to be trine Neptune, square the moon, of course. And that moon is going to be in a lot too. It's going to be quincunx Neptune, trine Mars, quincunx Jupiter with the square to the sun. So there's just a lot going on in that 8th house. And I think you're transmuting a lot of energy right now and making sure that people are on that level with you, and that you're not just holding on to things that don't need to be there, that you're holding on to your desires, the love for yourself, and that nurturing ability to take care of yourself and get to the goals that are going to feel so good to hit. And whatever isn't on that hype and on that vibe needs to be transmuted and let go of. And it can feel weird. I think, with all those quincunxes, it's just, it's going to feel weird. But you don't want to be illusioned about the environment you want to create and the goals that you want to hit. So next weekend, just kind of let God puppeteer you in the place that's going to be best for yourself, that's going to connect you with the right vibe and the right people, and to not obsess over how things need to look. I think that North Node in the 6th could really want to analyze and make sure that everything in reality is a certain way. And in a sense, that's good, to get things in order, to get our health in order, to get, things in place, because there's a lot going on, and we need to make sure that we're taking this ego and this identity and we're putting it to good use. But, we don't want to stress too much either, and we got to let go of what doesn't need to be there. That's very important. And it's usually self-doubt. Let go of that. The Hanged Man reversed. I guess it's time to take action for yourself. Big time. Make sure you're going after what feels good for you, and you don't need to hang around and contemplate things anymore. I think that, it's time to take action for your deeper emotions and your deeper truth and the identity that you want to put out there, and it's going to feel really good. And transmute the shit that's holding you back or keeping you in the tree, like upside down. Like it's time to get out of the tree. Get out of the tree, go put your emotions to good use, go put your desires to use, and go feel good and accomplish what you want, and make sure that it's in line with the future you want, and I think that's going to be good. So, got that going for you, Cappies. I love you very much. Have a great week. I'll catch you next time. Peace.